Good evening, it's Commander Lucosa once again with another of my smoking guides, except this one is a little different. This is probably not really going to be a guide as such. This is just going to be me flying a couple of training runs and doing something that I've been particularly keen to do at the end of the second one. So, I'm also having a fag while I'm doing this. Let's start, as I always do, with a recap of where I've got to since my last guide. I am in a Lakon Type-9 Heavy, which is, without question, the worst ship I have flown in this game. It is an absolute pig, and I am not a fan in any way, shape or form, but it's doing the job that I need it to do, which is amass a hefty balance. I currently have 3,830,360 credits. My kill count is still 3. That hasn't changed, and I suspect it's not going to for a while yet. My power modules are again no different to what you have seen so many times before. Priority set from 4 down to 1. My firing group. One of the few things that the Type 9 has going for it is 5 hard points. 3 class 4, 2 class 2. So, I have 3 class 4 multi-cannons and 2 class 2 multi-cannons, making this ship a multi-cannon behemoth. The trouble is, I haven't yet had the chance to test it out because the pirates seem to be avoiding me. It's almost as if they know what my weapon loadout is, and even though my combat skills are nothing to write home about, facing up to me with this many multi-cannons fitted isn't something that they particularly want to do. Cargo is currently empty. I shall soon be taking care of that. Functions is as irrelevant as always. So, let's get out of that. I already have a route planned out. I'm currently at Luyten's half second 3262, and unlike any of my previous videos, I'm not going to Pai Fang again, because I found another quite nice lucrative trip to Tilian. And this one, the reason why I take it is that I can fill my cargo hold with 440 tons and still make that journey, whereas going to Pai Fang I can only fill it to 200. That is reason enough for me. And it's exactly the same cargo. So if you've seen any of my other guides regarding cargo, you'll know that that is consumer technology. It does have a bit of a drawback, because it means that if I fill her up, I now have 2,529,120 credits tied up with cargo, and that is a hell of a lot. So,
warning, cargo hold at maximum capacity.
These routes are not without risk. And also, this particular route has been getting less and less profitable. The first time I did it, I was making 1,150 credits per ton profit, which was very handy. The second time I did it, I was making 1001. So, still a nice amount, but it's going down. The third time I did it, I was making just over 750 credits per ton, so it's been getting lower and lower. This is going to be the fourth time I do this route, and also possibly the last. So we shall see what my profit margin will be this time around. So with that in mind, let's go to the surface. Now, no bug this time with the Type-9, no deafening racket once I reach the surface. What I will do though is reset my power settings. Sharp-eyed amongst you may have spotted that I had more in shields and engines than the standard amount. I'm still a bit weary about launching and landing in this bloody pig of a ship, so I do put a bit more into both shields and engines, which I shall do now. And now let's launch and see about getting out of here.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
It very slowly rises. Landing gear retracted. I can't tell if that ship near the entry exit point is coming in or going out. But whatever it's doing it slowly. He's going away. Right, let's get out of here while we can. Relatively smoothly. Now, as you can see, with half an extra pit of power to the engines, my top speed is 96. That's all it is. If I reset power, the top speed of this thing is 85. And this is how maneuverable it is. So yeah, when I say this ship's a pig, I mean it. Now, full whack to engines, because I want to get this run over and done with. I don't like having over 2 million credits in my cargo hold. I want it in the bank balance instead. So as soon as I'm no longer mass locked, get this show on the road, head out to Tilian, left the no fire zone. That means I should be free of the mass locked issue pretty soon. Right, the light goes off. I still need to go a little further before it will let me jump.
Drive charging.
Here we go. Now, I need to watch out for when I come out of hyperspace, because I need to come down on the throttle and slow up almost as soon as we come out of there. Right, slow down. Let's pull away from there. That's actually one of the easier ones. We seem to arrive a nice distance away from the sun that time. Wonders hope. I'm coming back again. That's way over here. I So, we're relatively close to it. It's just over 200 light seconds when we first arrived. Put a bit of speed back into it again. Even with 5 multi-cannons, I do not want an interdiction this time. On the way back, I won't mind it. This one, I don't want one. One does come along, I'm running. Seems to be going quite well. It's the dual planetary system. Seems to be rather like Pluto and Charon there, two planets that are orbiting each other whilst also orbiting the Sun. And given the name of this system, oh no, we're in Tilian, I thought we were in the other one. I'm assuming though that this is a legitimate star system that's been found. In which case these are probably genuine exoplanets that have been discovered. Alright, disengage. Now the slow bit begins. And that is as fast as your turning rate is in this thing. Although fast is really not a word that you would use to describe anything that this ship does. So let's take the flight assist off, boost, and try and make this journey as quick as we possibly can. Again, quick is not a word you would use to describe anything that this ship does, apart from the rate of your profits. Profits do go up pretty sharpish. Once I bought the Type-9, which cost something in the region of 3.8 million, it was only about 3 or 4 trading runs, and I had another $1 million back in the credit balance again. So yeah, in that regard it does do something quickly. Make money. Right. I think we can take the assist off now. Reset power. Come to a dead halt. Try to. I don't want to take any chances with this. Not with this amount of cargo I'm carrying. Okay, get in line and stop again. That looks quite nice actually. Let's get our docking permission.
Request granted.
Now put extra power into shields and engines. Landing pad 10. Don't think I've been given that one before. I have no idea if it's near the front or not. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I have been given it before, and I think it is near the front. So I've got to be careful when coming in here. Tim, where are you? Oh, you're way over there.
Enjoy your stay.
Right, landing gear down.
Mind your speed and
certainly be a costly collision if I hit anything now, so I am being a bit cautious. Saying much at the moment because I want to concentrate on getting this right. Overshot that a tad. That doesn't matter too much. And landed, and as you can see there, I was actually nowhere near the landing pad, and yet it's saying successful landing. I'm not going to argue with them, mate. Let's get into starport services. And the first thing, of course, refuel. 91 credits for fuel. Let's check if anyone is desperate for my cargo, which they're not. So, into the commodities board. And profit, okay, it's gone up a little bit again, 798 credits per tonne. It's still nowhere near as good as when I first found it, but that's still a decent profit, which I'm not going to say no to. So selling everything, I make a profit of 351,120, selling the entire cargo hold for 2,880,240, taking my balance now to 4,181,389. Not bad. Now, I'm going back to the system that I just came from, and I know which cargo I'm taking. Well, sort of. I can never remember which of these is the most profitable, so I take half and half. So 220 of whatever this is I'm buying, domestic appliances. They need a way of sorting this bit out, making it easier. Right, 220 tons of that bought, and 220 tons of clothing. This is easier to do now because we just hold it down until it tells me immediate cargo is full.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
So I still have 4 million credits in the balance, as well as a full cargo hold, and that's much more like it. So let's set our course, which is where has it gone? There it is. Lightens half second at 32.62. Right, let's go. Already had the extra power to shields and engines, so that's okay. Track landing here. Alright, let's get out of here before whatever ship that is tries to come in. That's a hauler. Oh, that was close.
Detecting hostile scan.
I have actually barged a couple of ships out of the way and caused them to explode by doing so. I'm amazed that I didn't get any grief as a result of that, but well, I didn't, so I was happy. Every time I do one of these, my cup of tea always ends up getting cold, and this is no exception. Right, longer mass locked.
Drive charging.
Let's jump.
Four, three, two, one.
Now, this one, I do tend to arrive a fair distance away from the docking station, if memory serves, but this time I've also arrived a fair distance away from the sun as well, which is nice. I do still need to slow down a bit now. Right, let's look on 766 light seconds. It's been further. Let's get her in my sights. She is the Louis de la prospect. Almost certainly pronouncing that wrong, but well, French was never my strong point. Some people would argue English isn't so. Slow up, didn't I? I hate it when people say that. Slow down. This looks like being another uneventful trip. I don't mind that at the moment, even though I have the armaments, because this ship is so slow and not very maneuverable. If I don't deal with the pirates almost immediately, then I'm probably going to be in some real trouble. No pirates today. Right. Where is the entry point? It's right there. I found it. Assist off, boost. So even with the boost going, it takes so long to get there. 200 is the full speed with boost, and this ship is so unbearably slow. And I've had plenty plenty of people saying, yes, that's the whole idea of it. You know, yes, I know that's the whole idea of it. It doesn't mean that I can't complain about it. It's still a piece of shit, albeit an extremely large one. Did that way too early. Can use these as a bit of a guide so that we are
Detecting hostile scan.
central. Closer to the docking port than I thought I was. I wonder if I was getting a hostile scan. Right, let's get the docking
Request
position.
granted.
We're going to pad 33. Docking attempt I've made in this ship yet. Right, someone there is having a laugh. And I forgot to put extra power to the shields. Didn't like that much. Let's get a bit closer. Put the landing gear down as well.
Unsanctioned act of arrest, not tolerated. Obey station law and enjoy your stay.
Not the crate, which is a ship that I'll be glad to see when it's included. Not as much as the Third Lance or the Asp. They're the two ships that I particularly want to see. I'll be very keen to try those two out.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Right, we are here. So to starport services. We'll not refuel just yet. We'll go to the bulletin board and see if anybody wants my cargo, which they don't. So to the commodities board. And we are making 166 credits per ton on clothing. So not a fortune, but every little helps. 36,520 profit from 64,900 from selling that lot. Take that. And domestic appliances, profit of 172 credits per ton. So 220 tons of those sold. So there you go for 118,580. A profit of 37,840. So my balance is now 4,255,749. A nice amount. And that means that I can now, I'm doing this a bit long-winded, but let's go to the hangar. Now, I go to the hangar, I hear you ask? Well, it's basically a long-winded way of doing this. Buying the one and only Anaconda. 3,645,444 credits. It's now well within my price range. I will have around 600,000 credits left over, which will just about cover the insurance or cargo or weapons, so it won't be a completely empty shell of a ship. Let's buy it. This is where it could do with the countdown music. And this is where I need another fag. And there we have it. We are inside the cabin of an Anaconda. How's that for a beauty? Balance is now way down to 610,306 credits. That won't be staying there for very long. Let's sort out my priorities while I'm here. One pulse late, so that's all it's got at the moment. I'll be changing that for sure. Right, those two. No cargo as yet. Not to worry. Let's take a look at the outfitting. We can see that for once the class 2 pulse laser is fitted in a class 2 hardpoint. That's handy. There are 2 class 2 hardpoints, 2 class 4 hardpoints, 1, 2, 3 class 6 hardpoints, and the infamous class 8 hardpoint. I don't know if I will ever be able to afford, or even if I can afford, will I even bother fitting the plasma accelerator to it, but it's there if I want it. Now for utility mounts, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. There aren't even 8 different utility equipment, so I can fit multiples of almost certainly I'll fit multiples of heatsink launchers, possibly the point defense as well, if it's fixed. Bulkheads, you can improve the bulkheads on this thing. I dread to think how much it costs. Support tech is again just your docking computer. There is no way I'm going to trust this thing to the docking computer. Wait a minute, what am I doing? I was meant to take a look and see what they have here. Class 8, right, give me buy. Class 4 railgun. I'll almost certainly give railguns a try with this thing. Possibly the missile racks as well, although I've already used those in the combat scenarios. Gimbal multi-cannons, they're always nice. Now I don't think your armours work. Oh yes, I think, yeah, they do work on this. I thought you had to get specific armour for an Anaconda. I mean, look at the weight. Military grade composite, 150 tons. on the Cobra Mark III, they are 10 tons. Yeah, I think if I do turn my Anaconda into an out-and-out military ship, which may not be a great idea given my complete lack of battle prowess, then I might think about adding that, but with a weight of 150 tons, that's almost certainly going to cripple my hyperspace range, so I'm not going to be doing much trading with those fitted. So I got a fair few weapons, nothing particularly outstanding I thought. Utility mounts, we've got the cargo scanner and the heat sink launcher, that's about it. Yeah, that's it. Mostly there, got some class 6 cannons. Class 6 multi-cannons I would like. Class 5 gimbal multi-cannons I would like even more. Bulkheads with, well, not really looked at. I mean, okay, I can afford all of them. But yeah, the weight means I don't want to put any on. Support tech, they don't have the docking computer here, so that would be purely decoration. And as it is, because I don't have a ship to upgrade to now from this thing, I won't be needing to put the docking computer on at all. So I'm not going to bother. The support tech slot will stay empty unless they bring back the repair systems, which I hope they do. So there we have Commander Lucosa is now the proud owner of an Anaconda, and once this is outfitted with some weapons that are deserving of it, the chances of somebody actually seeing me in space in the multiplayer could well increase now as a result of this. So that brings this little, well, I would say guide, it wasn't really a guide, it's basically just me showing off that I've got an Anaconda. That brings this video to an end. Have a good night.